It's Kitchen Courses with Kate and Eric. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Eric.
So for our dish, we made some corned beef hash.
Yes.
Because who needs cabbage? I like a good potato.
I like a good potato too. You know, and thinking about St. Patrick's Day, corned beef and cabbage is like the quintessential thing that you need to have. But
Who likes cabbage? Nobody.
I love cabbage. I love cabbage. But we thought
Cabbage rhymes with garbage for a reason.
you're gonna give cabbage a bad name. I am now gonna make
Cabbage gave itself a bad name.
I'm gonna make fish tacos. You don't like fish, but I'm gonna make fish tacos with a cabbage slaw, and then I'm gonna show you how good. Gross. I'll make chicken tacos with a cabbage slaw, and show you how good cabbage can be.
Okay, I will try that.
Okay. But for this, we just decided to, since we didn't do a brunch episode, do corned beef hash. So you can look up, there's any number of just crock pot recipes on how to cook corned beef. For this one, we did a 3.5 pound piece of corned beef that we got from the store, and we cooked it for 8 hours on high. And we cooked it we're gonna use half of it. So there's definitely leftover corned beef, which is also good in sandwiches.
Waiting those 8 hours for it to cook was the worst.
Especially since you weren't here for it.
8 hours later.
8 hours later. The ingredients for this are going to be 2.5 cups of cubed diced golden potatoes, which I just, I cooked in a pot, just regular golden potatoes. I didn't peel them before I cooked them. I cooked them, the small ones, for about 12 minutes in just boiling water and let that kind of cool and drain. And then the peels come off super easy, cubed it up and cubed
Evenly.
Mm-hmm,
not rustic.
No, evenly. Not rustically, like I usually cut. Evenly, because you want the potatoes and the hash to be about the same size, and you want equal proportions of both. So 2.5 cups of potatoes, 2.5 cups of the corned beef that you kind of chopped nicely and the same size as the potatoes, 1 really finely diced onion, and then the other things we're throwing in there is 2 teaspoons of tomato paste and 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire.
So some oil in a pan.
Yes, oil in a pan.
Heat it up. Add the onion.
Medium high. Mm-hmm.
Add the 2 smaller things.
Yep.
Let that mix.
Tomato paste and the Worcestershire sauce.
Throw in the potatoes and the corned beef.
Mm-hmm.
Pat it down.
Mm-hmm.
Let it cook.
Mm-hmm.
Flip it.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it's golden.
Mm-hmm.
Flip it again.
Yes. So this is the key. This is what I learned about making corned beef hash. You need to pat it down and let that bottom get crisp, and then you flip it and then let that kind of, that side get crisp as well. And you want to do that about 3 or 4 times. I used a non-stick pan because, well, 1, because my cast iron skillet is not as large as my non-stick pan, and you want a lot of surface area. If you're using a non-stick pan, you're just going to have to make sure that it is oiled well, because you don't want it to kind of get totally stuck to the bottom. So that was about 15 minutes, right?
Yes.
Cooking, flipping.
It was a lot less painful than that 8 hours.
And then you're just going to fry off some eggs. And so you just top the corned beef.
In a separate container.
Oh no, so I used the same pan. So after you're done with the
after it's out of the pan.
Yes, after it's out of the pan. Sorry. So after you take the corned beef,
Don't fry an egg on top of it while it's cooking.
You might be able to do that if you baked it, but I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't play with that idea. You could probably make little wells, and then bake it off. Ooh, that's like a future thing for me to try. So you cook off the corned beef hash, put it in another bowl, and then in the same pan you can just crack as many eggs. If you have a big crowd, you might have to do it in a couple of panfuls.
It's delicious.
It's very good. So my one caveat here is corned beef hash and eggs is a pretty heavy, it's a heavy breakfast, which is good because you're having the top of the morning cocktail with it, and you need something to
soak up all that booze.
Soak up the alcohol. So make sure that you have like a fruit salad or something light to kind of like accompany it.
That's all I have.
That's all I've got. Okay. And I will say, this homemade version of corned beef hash is way better than anything you've ever gotten either out of a can or potentially like from a diner or restaurant that uses corned beef hash out of the can. It's like nothing.
I didn't realize it was a thing that came in a can.
It does. But
Like
don't,
Spam?
But don't do
A
it.
Spam can?
Yeah, I think
Spam
it's...
can?
Spam can.
Spy cam?
Oh. Yeah, so corned beef hash is in the same aisle, I want to say, as Spam, and it's oftentimes where you get the, like, pre-prepared chili. But homemade is much better.